1981 New York Knicks, go.
Well, the 1981 New York Knicks were the end of an era. The 70 Knicks were one of the most celebrated NBA teams of all time. It was a few years before they captured the #1 pick in 1985 and drafted Patrick Ewing. It was also a little bit before the great Bernard King arrived. I believe their backcourt featured one Trent Tucker, and it was also before Hubie Brown had arrived as their coach. For being...
Let's just push escape on this one, just to prove a point here and move on to one more, because I think it's pretty clear that he knew quite a bit about the 1981 New York Knicks. Somebody said the Milwaukee Bucks. How about a year?
1995.
The 1987 Milwaukee Bucks. Dylbot?
We can't get fast enough.
The 1987 Milwaukee Bucks pushed the Boston Celtics to the 7th game in the Eastern Conference semifinals. That's a true story. They featured Sidney Moncrief, who was an excellent defensive player, Paul Pressey, Jack Sikma, coached by Don Nelson, and they played in one of the finest arenas known to man, the Mecca.
That's great. You should have a sip of beer, because I know kids, the process are cool. And let's just get one more for Dylan here, just to demonstrate. 1997 76ers.
1997 Philadelphia 76ers was the turning point for the franchise. In the 96 draft, they had drafted #1 overall Allen Iverson from Georgetown. Immediately, they turned their franchise around. They had also closed the era on the Spectrum and moved into the Wachovia Center. It was a couple years before they made the finals in 2001, so they started putting the pieces together. They tried to find a running mate for Iverson. They tried Stackhouse, Larry Hughes, none of them worked out. Eventually, they went to a defensive-oriented team.
You heard it, I'll start making the beat.
Next question.
That's pretty impressive, though, ladies and gentlemen. One more? One more. Okay, hold on. Yeah, one last one. Ryan.
How many championships did Red Auerbach win?
How many championships did Red Auerbach win?
Overall, he won 16 and he won 9 as a coach.
I like this. Keep on going.
Would anybody else like to try? How about right back there?
Who is the best defensive player since 1980, and how much does he weigh, and how tall is he?
Who is the best defensive player since 1980? How much does he weigh? What, currently? Today?
That's not
And how tall is he?
Since
Okay.
1980, in his opinion.
Oh, boy.
He's about to explode.
It'd be a three-man race between Dennis Rodman, Kevin Garnett, and Hakeem Olajuwon. If pressed, I would go with Kevin Garnett because he's such a versatile defender. 7'1", although he doesn't like to be listed over 7 feet, so he lists himself at 6'11". And he roughly weighs 230 pounds.
Nice try. All right, how about one last one before we send him off with a rousing rendition of orders and beeps? How big was Patrick Ewing in girth or height? Just generally? Okay. I mean, if you give general input, it's harder to get well, we'll try.
Well, you have to get some of that knowledge from the ladies at the Gold Club for that. Patrick Ewing is 7 feet, 265 pounds.
Yeah, but how many
Thank you,
illegitimate children does he have?
That's Sean Kemp.
Yeah, he's not that bad. We can talk like a lot worse. Greg Minor, Sean Kemp.
Charles Oakley!
I feel like a point has been proven. Anyway, if we could all give Dylbot a very rounding